Factsverse presents. Photoshop didn't exist back then, so yes, these pictures are real. A lot happened during the 20th century. Some things were good, some were bad, but overall it was quite the eventful century. Fortunately, there's always a photographer around ready to capture some of those amazing moments, and we've got some of the most iconic photos of the 20th century, and it's kind of hard to believe they're not photoshopped. Before we get into our photos, help us spread the word about Factsverse by clicking that like button. Also, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Shirley Temple with a turkey in 1949. Shirley Temple was one of the most iconic child actresses ever to grace the screen. Her career didn't end when she got older either, and she did not go down the same path that some child actors do. After she gave up acting, she served as a U.S. ambassador to Ghana under Gerald Ford. Later, she was U.S. ambassador to Czechoslovakia under George H.W. Bush. Shirley is a 21-year-old in this Thanksgiving-themed publicity photo, which is why she was photographed with a turkey. Young Elvis signing autographs. Elvis was known as the king of rock and roll. His music was a combination of rock, country music, and rhythm and blues, which is why so many people loved his music. In this photo, he was still very young, and he's signing autographs for fans. It's one thing he loved to do, no matter how busy he was. Audrey Hepburn shopping with her pet deer in 1958. Iconic actress Audrey Hepburn was such a calm person that her deer, Pippin, mistook her for his mother. He loved her so much, in fact, that he would cuddle with her and would often accompany her to the grocery store in Beverly Hills. The two were so close, her dog was actually jealous. Marilyn Monroe met the Queen of England in 1956. Queen Elizabeth II is the longest-reigning monarch in Britain's history. On April 21, 2018, she celebrated her 92nd birthday. Had Marilyn Monroe not died, she would have turned 92 in the summer of 2018. When the two first met face-to-face, along with Marilyn's then-husband Arthur Miller, they were both only 30 years old. Original Star Wars cast. Star Wars is, of course, one of the most popular movies of all time. In 2015, when Star Wars The Force Awakens came out, this photo of the original cast from 1977 began circulating all over the internet. Since social media wasn't out back then, this photo was rarely seen, but in 2015 it went viral. Muhammad Ali knocks out Sonny Liston. Neil Leifer, a photographer for Sports Illustrated, was at the right place at the right time because he was able to capture the moment when Muhammad Ali knocked out Sonny Liston. It's one of the most influential photos in sports history. Ali was 23 when he went up against 34-year-old Liston. When asked about the photo years later, Liston said, "I was obviously in the right seat." Lyndon B. Johnson, sworn in as president alongside Jacqueline Kennedy. After President John F. Kennedy was assassinated, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson was sworn in as president. He insisted that Kennedy's widow stand beside him while he was sworn in. According to Johnson's wife, Bird, Jacqueline remained composed the entire time. She flew straight from the scene of the assassination to the Oval Office. She was still wearing the same clothes that she was wearing when her husband was killed during the swearing-in. Norma Jean Mortenson. Marilyn Monroe was born Norma Jean Mortenson. As a child, she didn't have it easy. She was moved from foster home to foster home. She got married for the first time when she was only 16 years old and worked in a U.S. military factory. She didn't stay there long because she soon became famous. She was introduced to a photographer from the U.S. Army Air Force's first motion picture unit, which led her to a modeling career, and the rest is history. This is a photo of her in 1944, before she became the blonde bombshell that we know and love. Personally, I like this look. It's still innocent and cute. baby Angelina Jolie with her parents. Angelina Jolie is on Hollywood's A-list, and she has been for many years. She's the daughter of Jon Voight and Marshalline Bertrand, who were once Hollywood's power couple. Here's a photo of Angelina when she was only 2 or 3 years old, with her super-famous parents. Elizabeth Taylor with a kitten in 1953. Elizabeth Taylor is one of the most popular Hollywood icons ever to grace the screen. In 1999, the American Film Institute named her the 7th greatest female screen legend of all time. There aren't too many photos where Elizabeth could be upstaged, but in this photo, taken on the set of the 1953 film The Girl Who Had Everything, she's upstaged by the kitten because, come on, it's just so darn cute. The Young Beatles. The Beatles are the most iconic rock band in the history of the world. They formed in Liverpool in 1960, and 4 years later they took the international stage. Here is a photo of them, minus Ringo, when they were first starting out. Wow, they look young. Subscribe for more.